Yes, all right. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. This is your Kosi's Arsenal podcast AFC News Show, the late edition. And this is the first live stream we'll be doing on Facebook. I'll be doing a couple of them. People watching me on YouTube, thank you so much. Of course, we have a very big community on YouTube. We are trying. I'm trying to build something on Facebook as well, so you can pass over to Facebook and like. It is Kosi's Arsenal podcast as well. And if you're watching this on Facebook, you can also pass over. Onto YouTube and then like it is also cost as the channel is called Kosi's Arsenal Podcast. The page is called Kosi's Arsenal Podcast as well. How are you guys doing? I have a couple of stories to discuss this evening. Smash the like button if you're on Facebook and smash the like button if you're on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube as well as like the page if you're on Facebook. I mean, that is I think that's the way it is done. On Facebook, isn't it? Benfica game has been scheduled for Arsenal. It's going to be in Rome on a neutral ground. We have to talk about that. Calvert-Lewin belonged to Arsenal. My man, YOURI TIELEMANS, finally Arsenal linked to YOURI TIELEMANS. He's one of those people I've always wanted Arsenal to be linked with. And of course, I have an update with Kian Tierney and Thomas Partey's recoveries as well. So there is much to talk about. And all I can say is smash the like button and get your seats ready. We are going to be discussing that and more here onto the Kosi's Arsenal podcast with me, Kosi. Look, I'll start with the Benfica game, the Europa League tie. We don't know. We still don't know when it's going to be played, but it had a lot of things to clear. One, where the first leg was going to be played and where the second leg is going to be played. The first leg has been said it's going to be played in Rome. Of course, all the details are yet to be announced, but that is all we know. It's going to be played in Rome, and much of the things that are really going to happen in that game are going to be very, very much, in lines of social distancing and so on. So I think many Arsenal fans will understand why this game is not going to be in Benfica, why it's not going to be in Portugal. The reason is going to Portugal, you need to. Flying to Portugal, when you come back, you'll need to self-isolate, and we have the Premier League. And even Benfica flying to England, they'll have to first self-isolate, I think, for 10 to 14 days. And yet they have to go back and play in their league. So what we are going to do is basically play these games on neutral grounds. And for me, it's a brilliant idea. Instead of missing so many games for no issue, you'd rather, miss one game, make it a one-leg tie, go out in Rome, play all the kind of football you have in store, and then finally, get things over. And I think it's a brilliant idea. It's really a brilliant idea. I loved it from us. If we only can do it, then it's going to make things better. But I think we are going to play Benfica this month for the first leg. The second leg could also come this month or early next month in March, but that's all I can say. We're going to be playing Benfica in Rome for the first leg. More details will be coming on that story, and I'll actually provide when I can. The next story we should be talking about is Kian Tierney and Thomas Partey's injuries. Now, I think the first person I need to talk about is Kian Tierney. He's been in outrageously good form. He's been doing so well. Then he suddenly gets this kind of injury that not many people would say. It was a good one. It was a good one. But David Ornstein says he is fit. He's coming back. Probably he might be available for Arsenal against Leeds. That's a game where you need a player like Kian Tierney. Look, I've looked at Cedric play. I don't want to say his performance has been so bad because he's been playing out of position in that, in that right wing, in that left wing, and I don't think he's been playing so badly or poorly. But the fact is, we miss so much of Kian Tierney. Defensive-wise, Cedric has been doing it, but look at what he did against Aston Villa. That's a free goal to Aston Villa, and then we lost. And then going forward, there is a way Arsenal is so much limited going forward when you don't have a player like Kian Tierney. Cedric, with his right foot, is just, doing a lot of things that you cannot imagine a professional footballer is doing, and of course there is that pace going forward that we actually lack from a player like Tierney. So he, according to David Stein, he's he's been out because of his right, did he say his right lower leg, but now he's becoming a little bit better and he might be available for Leeds. It's a game where we need him because Leeds are one of the most hardworking teams in the Premier League. Of course, if they are not the most hardworking team in the Premier League, so you need a player like, you need your best players. You need players like Tierney onto the pitch, and of course Thomas Partey is also set to make his return, something that I feel is another big boost for Arsenal, something that I think is going to be such a boost for Arsenal. Tierney and Thomas Partey coming back. Partey, he is that Rolls Royce in that midfield. Is that, that donkey work man, that, everything he has, the technical ability, the physical ability, everything he provides for Arsenal, you just can't skip it. You just can't look over it. He is Arsenal's backbone. He is that kind of player that when Arsenal do not have, they are shaky. But when he's available for Arsenal, things are a little bit different. So Partey and Tierney could actually be, could actually be fit for the weekend game against Leeds. Moving down to transfers, and I think this is where my focus is. I start with YOURI Telemans. Now, Telemans is a player that I really love a lot. I really rate him a lot. I didn't get much time to see him when he was playing at Monaco, but now at Leicester City, Arsenal is linked with YOURI Telemans. It's a big story, by the way. He's one of those players that I think has the quality to play at Arsenal. YOURI Telemans, he's exceptionally good. He's so good. He's a wonderful footballer. If Arsenal can get a player like YOURI Telemans, replace him with Granit Xhaka, I mean, the quality, the difference in quality is so visible. The difference in quality is very, very, visible. Telemans is a quality player. Telemans is that kind of player that, when he's in that midfield, Thomas Partey, it's gonna be very different. It's gonna be a very, 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 very different kind of side when when you feel it in the pitch. And I think he has more technical abilities than a player like Granit Xhaka. I think going for he's more forward looking, forward minded, and that's one of the things I really like about midfielders like him. When he gets that ball, he's looking at who is in front of me. He's not like Granit Xhaka, passing that ball sideways and passing that ball, backwards. And I think Arsenal really need a player like Tielemans instead of going for Housemewa, because I think Housemewa could be around 55 million. Tielemans could be around the same price. I think his contract runs down in 2023, so he's not going to be a very cheap player if Arsenal actually decide to go for him. But for me, going for a player like Housemewa, who's not played in the league, I'd rather go for a player like YOURI Telemans, who has played in the in the Premier League. At least you have a player. He's played in the league. He's played almost the same kind of football Leicester City under Brendan Rodgers, and that is how perfect I think he is. If he's to join Arsenal, he's linked with Arsenal. Around 50 million is what Arsenal will have to pay for his services. He's a great player. Trust me, he's a very good player. And like I said, he's that kind of midfielder that can play with Thomas Partey. Of course, he's not that defensive, so that means Thomas Partey takes on the defensive role, and then YOURI Telemans takes on the box to box and the carriage role of the ball. But that is no problem. He's been doing it perfectly well. Leicester City, Wilfred Ndidi as being his bodyguard, and then Tielemans driving the ball forward, linking up play from the defense to Maddison and Jamie Vardy and Harvey Barnes. So I think that's a beautiful story. Whether Arsenal will go for this signing or not, that's a big one. That's another big question. Whether Arsenal will actually go for YOURI Telemans. He's a very nice player, talented player, better than what we have. If we want Yavis Bissouma to play with Thomas Partey, then I would go. I'll also say YOURI Telemans can also play with Thomas Partey, because I think he has something to offer that Granit Xhaka and Ceballos actually didn't offer. Calvert-Dominic Lewin has also been linked with Arsenal, a prolific striker from Everton. He has shown in one season. I don't want to really praise pour a lot of praise on him and so on. He's shining this season. Last season he wasn't shining, but he's a very good player. And I know if you get him at a team like Arsenal, he might be able to bang in the goals. My only question with him is, feeding off aerial balls. At times, you need to be that kind of striker that can score off both of your feet and of course of your head. So that would be my only question about him. Martin Odegaard to sign on a permanent deal. We have discussed that on YouTube. If you want to get that story, check our YouTube, and that story is there. Martin Odegaard to sign for Arsenal on a permanent deal. So smash the like button, people, on WhatsApp, or did I say WhatsApp? On Facebook, and smash the like button on YouTube. Get your comments coming in, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Have a blessed time.